play fake. Here's Love. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Off the play fake, Love. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he's got some space here. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Eight yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got to bracket it out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. 2nd and 10. To throw now. Here's Love. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Throwing. Love.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Pat Freiermuth, 42 yards. And the Steelers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7, Packers 0. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To pass. Here's Jordan Love. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. They go with Jacobs. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Took a heck of a chance there, didn't he? Result-based business, we know that. That result was positive for him. But, oh, my goodness, how close was that to being negative?
Well, because you're essentially in the shadow of your own end zone there to go for. I get it if it's late 4th quarter. Well, it paid off. I guess the end justifies the means, right?
It certainly does. Had to be more than a gut feeling there. Had to be just total confidence they would pick it up.
10 more there and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run. Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Alex Highsmith there on the tackle. Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Love. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Love now. He's going to wind up and air it out. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. On the ground with a tight end. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jacobs will score. Touchdown, Packers. Trey Smack now for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. Wilson snags it left side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Rodgers going to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Rodgers. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Down the right sideline. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Love. Quick slant to Watson. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian Watson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this.
Throwing is Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing.
Now the ball comes loose. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually. Football as well. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers.
Out to the right and complete to Pittman.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Pittman's first catch, good for a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
They run here with Dowdle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2.
Here's Rodgers to throw. firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. To throw is Rodgers.
He's got his target. That's complete. Down the left sideline.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Roman Wilson.
42 yards.
And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Boswell for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Golden now to return.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Love looking to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Play fake. Here's Love. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Here's Rodgers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now Rodgers.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Rodgers.
He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle.
And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal.
Boswell's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Second down and 6 now.
Love.
That's to Kraft, the tight end.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Smack now for the PAT.
It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Packers 21, Steelers 17.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
You're not going to get many better opportunities than that to take the lead in the fourth quarter. He's got a man wide open. But, oh, my goodness, just too much air under the ball, and he knew it right away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16. Now it's Rodgers. Under pressure, they got him again. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Love going to give it up on a touch pass.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Love from the gun. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Steelers are right back in this football game.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
And the Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw here is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
A running play. It's Dowdle.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pops big. In this case, it didn't happen.
Rodgers to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Even the most tenured quarterbacks can still get fooled from time to time. He clearly thought he had a throwing lane, but the defense shut it down and picked it off. I'm sure he's frustrated with himself, but I'm also sure he'll shake it off.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that third timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Love fires that quickly outside. And he has a Packer first down, and that should be the one that finishes the script.
A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle.